Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today, we will be discussing our final group project. The title we chose is Financial Plan Calculator. So, let's begin.
In purpose subject summary, we have objective in 1.0, analysis in 2.0, and in analysis, we have input, process, and output. After that, design algorithm in 3.0. We also have source code in 4.0, and lastly, we have sample of output in 5.0. Our ideal system is to help people plan their budget, loan saving, and more with ease in their daily life. Our financial calculator aims to gain a better understanding of your money flow and how to improve your finance. This system will help users to have time and avoid human error in their calculation. Hence, the data could be stored safely. Right now, we go through analysis for this project. For input, we have earning, the availability of partner and their earning, passive income, emergency amount to save, consistent spending, and the amount expenses per month. Next, we go for process. For process, we have 5 formula that we put in the project. First, we have total constant expense equal total constant expense plus constant expense function. Second, we have total expense equal total expense plus expense function. Third, we have total earn equal earn plus earn partner plus earn passive function. Fourth, we have net earn equal total earn minus savings minus emergency function. Lastly, we have excess earn equal net earn minus total constant spend minus total spend function. Last, we go for the output. For output, that user will see in the program is the monthly earning, the monthly net earning user, the total of expenses per month user, the total of consistent expenses user, and the excess of earning per month user.
This is our main flowchart. It is begin with declaration of variable with a total of 33 including 4 constant variable. It will go through to the first function, which is calculate cons expense, and followed by calculate expense, calculate total earn, calc net earn, and calc excess earn. Next, it will go to the user interface, where the system will ask the user to enter their earning for the month. Then, user need to declare if they have a partner or not, and enter their partner earning. If they don't have a partner, automatically the calculation for a partner will become 0. Next, user will enter their passive income and amount they wish to save for emergency. Moreover, system will ask user to enter their consistent spending with its amount. In this part, system will doing for loop based on the number of consistent spending that user enter. Same as before, this section will need the user to enter their expenses for the month with its amount, and using the same type of looping as consistent spending. Before display and output, the system matching the easier variable with the function that have been calculated. In output system, will be showing the user earning, monthly net earning, type of expenses, and its amount with the total of it. After that, it will show the consistent expenses with its amount and the total of it. At last, system will show the excess of the earning for the month. If the excess earn less than 0, a warning question will be displayed. If the excess earns equal to 0, it will tell the user that they have using all of the money. And if they are still having balance, it will display a congrats to the user. Finally, the system ends. First function here is calculate cons expense. It will doing a looping based on the consistent spending that are entered by user. And the formula is just sum of total cons expense with consistent spending amount. Second function is calculate expense. Quite same with the first function. It's just calculate the total expenses that are entered by user and sum it. Third one is calc total earn. Sum of earn partner, and earn passive. Fourth is calc net earn. Total earn will be multiplied by savings and minus with emergency amount. Fifth is calc excess earn. Net earn will minus with total cons spent and total spend. Here is our pseudocode. Totally same as flowchart where it have 23 variables including 4 constant variables. It will be start with all functions which are 5 of it. Calculate cons expense, calculate expense, calc total earn, calc net earn, and calc excess earn. On user interface, system will ask the user earning and partner if they have with their partner earning. Or if they don't, the calculation for partner earning will just be 0. Next is user passive income and amount they want to save for emergency. Next, user will enter their consistent spending with its amount. The system will having a for loop according to the number of constant spending entered by the user. Then, system will ask user to enter their expenses for the month and having the same loop as before, which system will look based on the number of expenses that user enter. Before displaying an output, the area variable will be matching with the function. On the output, system will display user monthly earning and monthly net earning. After that, it will display user expenses for the month with their amount as they entered before and the sum of it. Moreover, system will display the consistent expenses with the amount of it and also the total of it. At last, it will display the excess earning for the month. If it is less than 0, a warning quotient will be displayed. If it is equal to 0, system will tell the user that they have used all of the earning. And if they are still having balance, system will display a congrats to the user. Lastly, the system end. For function, in this system, firstly, calculate cons expense. Secondly, calculate expense. Next, total earn. First one is net earn. Last one is excess earn.
And now, let's get on to the source code. We decided to use hashtag include iostream, hashtag include vector, and hashtag include string within our program. Next is using namespace std, which is another must. So to start off, we are using declarations for functions. First is an integer. For calculate total earn, we will take integer data earn underscore partner, integer data earn underscore passive. Next is a float. For calculate net earn, we will take integer data total earn, float saving, and integer emergency. Next is another float. For calculate excess earn, we'll take float data net earn, integer total cons spending, and integer total spend. Next are doubles. The first one being calculate expense, and the second one being calculate cons expense. To start the function, we have double cons, calculate cons expense. This will take the information that the user entered in the program for their constant expenses, and they'll take the number and calculate it in these functions. So as you can see here, we use the for loop, and it will add up to the number that the user entered until the I, which initially is 0, becomes the same number that the user entered later on in the program. It will return the value of total cons expense. Next is double for calculate expense, which was just about the same as the first one. Same mechanism, same loop, and the return or the outcome of this function would be total expense. Next is integer for calculate total earn. The formula for calculate total earn, as the name suggests, is for calculations of total earning of the user. The formula is straightforward, which is earn plus earn partner plus earn passive. In the end, it will return the value of total earn. Next is a float. For calculate net earnings, it will take the data of integer total earn, float saving, and integer emergency. The formula is net earn equals total earn minus in bracket total earn times saving close bracket minus emergency. The return will be net earn. And finally, float calculate excess earn. It will take data from net earn, total cons spending, and total expense. The formula is excess earn equals net earn minus total concept spend and total expense and minus total expense. The return will be excess earn. And now let's get on to the main program. For main, we start off as always with declarations. We use several declarations within the program. The first one being integer and float, afterwards data, afterwards char, and finally double. So when the user start the program, the first thing that will pop out is welcome to financial calculating, which is the title of the program. Afterwards, the program will ask the user to enter their earning and whether or not they have a partner. If the answer is yes, which is Y in this case, then the program will proceed to ask the user to enter the partner's earning. If there is no partner, then the program will just simply keep in the data that earning of the partner, which is represented by earn partner, is 0. Afterwards, the program will then ask the user for passive income, and then for the amount they wish to save. Here, we'll start using array. The first question that use array, we have how many consistent spending do you have, says the program, and the user will enter a number. The number will represent how much consistent earning they have for that month. Then the program will proceed to ask two questions repeatedly in a for loop environment. It will ask to enter the spending type, which is the item of spending, and the amount that's spent on that item. It will ask this question again and again and again until the I, which is initially 0, becomes the same number as numcons, which is what the user entered for the statement how many consistent spending do you have. Next is for the expenses of the month, which works just about the same way. The program will ask the user how many expenses they have, and the user enter a number, and the program loops the question, asking the user to enter the item that they spend on and the amount that they spend on said item, and it will repeat until the I becomes the same number as the user entered number. After those inputs, the program will then take those inputs and start to calculate. It will send to various functions to produce results based on the inputs. You can see here we have the functions as well as where they will end up once they have been calculated. The first one have total expense, afterwards concept spend, afterwards total earn, net earn, and finally excess earn. After they have calculated comes the output. The first thing that the user will see when output pops up is summary. Afterwards, they will be shown the data that they have entered and the calculations that have been performed by the program. The first one being total earn, which is their monthly earning. Afterwards, their net earn, which is their net earning. And this is the list that we use array. We use array to make this list, which is a list about the things that the user have entered for their expenses. You can see here the expense as well as the amount they spend on said item will be showcased in a list form, repeated until the I is the same as the number that I've entered earlier. And after the list ended, the program will then show total of their expenses for the month as accompanied by this message. Same goes with their consistent expenses, but the same thing will happen. It will show lists, and after they show the list, the program will then show the total of the number that the user have entered. And finally, for the final calculation, the program will do excessive earning. Based on excessive earning, the program will then determine whether or not the user have overspent on budget or they have saved money. So if the excessive earn is lesser than 0, then the message that will be shown is warning, you've overspent. Please readjust your budget to avoid this from happening again. And if the excessive earning is 0, they will show you've spent all your income this month. And if the excessive earning is more than zero, then the message will be shown is congratulations, you saved money this month. After these messages are shown, the final message will be shown, which is thank you for using this service. Afterwards, the program will then end. And now let's get to the output samples of the program. The first case, as stated, seeing that their money is above zero for their excessive earnings, the program showcases the message, congratulations, you saved money this month, and ends with thank you for using this service. For the second case, detecting that the number for negative 4,000 ringgit is below zero, the program showcases the message of warning, you're overspending. Please readjust your budget to avoid this from happening again.
This brings me to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.